Let's bring you the news update at this time. Photos of Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu visiting the national leader of the All Progressives Congress and former governor of the state, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in London have emerged. Both men can be seen conversing and generally enjoying each other's company in the photos. This quells rumors that the APC leader is critically ill and receiving treatment for an undisclosed ailment, as well as death rumors. And the APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has commiserated with Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun over the passing of his dad, Dr. Emmanuel Adesonya Abiodun. In a condolence letter he personally signed, Asiwaju Tinubu said the late Dr. Abiodun lived a remarkable life, touched many lives and mentored many young ones as a school teacher and educationist for many years across the old western region of Nigeria. He said in the letter, quote, "I was deeply saddened to learn of the passing of your father and patriarch of the Abiodun family, Dr. Emmanuel Adesonya Abiodun, on Monday, August the 2nd, in Ikperuremo, Ogun State. To lose a father, no matter how old, can be a very painful experience. However, I urge you to take heart and be consoled by the memories of the good times you shared together and the fact that Dr. Adesonya lived to a rather advanced age of 89, end quote. Asiwaju Tinubu enjoined the governor and other members of the family to maintain and continue to advance the ideals propagated by the late Dr. Abiodun throughout his life. Now, the Minister of State for Health, Olorunnimbe Mamora, has appealed to the health workers to shelve their renewed strike. He urged the doctors to return to the negotiating table and dialogue in order to save the many lives that hang in the balance due to the current strike. Senator Mamora made the plea during the annual general meeting and scientific conference of the Nigerian Medical Association of the Federal Capital Territory. The Association of Resident Doctors embarked on an indefinite strike on Monday after shelving a previous strike for more than 3 months to allow for government's fulfillment of its promises on issues affecting the welfare of its members. This renewed strike comes amid rising COVID-19 cases due to a third wave of the pandemic and also a cholera outbreak.
For me to appeal to doctors who are currently on strike. My appeal is that they return to the negotiating table so that whatever issues that are outstanding can be sorted out. That is my passionate appeal to all our colleagues. Even in situation of war, the combatants, at the end of the day, they still come to the round table for amicable resolution of issues. And that's my appeal to all our colleagues throughout the country who are currently engaged in strike action for the benefit of our people.
Any day that there's a strike, even one day, there are people who could have been cared for who did not get the care. It means that for every day last, there are individuals that are going to their grave that could have had a better opportunity to live. So I really also join my voice to plead and to ask, whatever it takes, let's just hang on a bit and have further discussions.
In the same vein, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki has appealed to the striking resident doctors to return to work. Governor Obaseki made the call when he received the members of Edo State's branch of the Nigerian Medical Association at the Government House Benin City. The governor appealed to the resident doctors to quit strike, saying that it is not in the interest of citizens since the country is battling the third wave of the coronavirus, made worse by the highly transmissible Delta variant. He also called for collaboration with the NMA in the fight against the coronavirus, as well as their support in sensitizing the citizens on the importance of getting vaccinated.
Unfortunate and sad that resident doctors are on strike. I mean, it's the worst time for this sort of thing to happen. Because we're approaching a possible catastrophe, a possible medical catastrophe. Because once you see what has happened in places like India, in Southern Africa, Botswana, and now what is going on in Senegal with the third wave, the Delta variant, it should give everybody cause for concern.
OladeindeAriyo is fully in support of the transformation agenda, and we intend to help you see it through so that our people can enjoy quality healthcare in Edo State. And in doing that, sir, we promise to also to be able to make our inputs whenever we are called upon. Inputs that are positive, inputs that are that will transform your agenda.
The crisis in the People's Democratic Party is now escalating at full throttle with the latest resignation of 7 members of the party's National Working Committee. Now, the officials resigned in separate letters addressed to the national chairman of the party, Uche Secondus. The top party officers who resigned are the Deputy National Financial Secretary, the Deputy Legal Advisor, the Deputy National Auditor, the Deputy National Publicity Secretary, the Deputy Women Leader, and the Deputy Organizing Secretary. They alleged that there is a lack of financial transparency in the leadership of the party. They promised to remain loyal to the PDP, but said they will not be able to work with the current National Working Committee. The party chairman was also accused by a former commissioner of information in Edo State of mismanaging 10 billion naira from the sale of nomination forms from the 2019 general elections. The leadership of the PDP also lost credibility at the confidence of some prominent members of the party over the defection of some state governors and lawmakers to the governing All Progressives Congress. And the PDP National Publicity Secretary Kola Olorunnimbe has called on all the leaders, stakeholders and members of the party to remain calm as efforts are underway to resolve the issues raised by 7 members of the National Working Committee that resigned their positions. Mr. Olorunnimbe says the internal conflict resolution mechanism of the party has also been immediately activated to put these issues behind them. He confirmed that the National Working Committee of the party has received the notice of resignation from deputies who are elected members of the National Executive Committee. Meanwhile, the PDP Governors Forum has scheduled an emergency meeting to discuss and resolve the recent rumblings in the party. The forum also pleaded with all aggrieved persons to keep their gunpowder dry, as efforts are being made in consultation with members of the PDP Board of Trustees and other stakeholders to resolve all contending issues. According to the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Aminu Tamwal, the party remains the only hope of the nation for good governance and must show an example to Nigerians and also take advantage of the current disarray in the APC and its rudderless government